Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Kason Kemar Edwards. He was found guilty. Now, Edwards is from Gaze, St. Peter, okay? And he was found guilty of unaliving Jason Husbands. Now, Jason Husbands went out to do a job. He was an appliance technician. He went out to do a job, and when he was heading home from the repair job that he did in St. Andrew, he encountered some big rocks in the road. The rocks were blocking the road in Lambert's, St. Lucie. So he got out to clear away the rocks, and he was confronted by no one other than Kason Kemar Edwards. Okay, this is him here. He was confronted by this guy here, Edwards. Now, him when husbands got out of his car to clear away the rock so he can go on home to his family wherever he was going, he decided to present a weapon, and he unalived Jason Husbands, and he was found guilty of manslaughter, not murder, manslaughter. Now, they said that murder is premeditated, but big rocks in the road, that's premeditation, isn't it? Isn't it? And they're saying that manslaughter is without malice aforethought, but big rocks in the road is malice aforethought, okay? How did it move? How did it move from murder to manslaughter when he planned to block the road? So the fact that he didn't know who he was going to unalive that night, that's why it's manslaughter, because he didn't know who it was. It could have been his mom, it could have been his child, it could have been his uncle, his father, it could have been a friend, it could have been anyone. So just because it was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, is it that? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It could be anyone. So it's manslaughter? It's not murder? I think even if you're going to go that way, even if you're going to go with the manslaughter verdict, I think the manslaughter verdict and the murder verdict should have the same amount of weight in terms of sentencing, because this is totally ridiculous that someone is going home from work, big rocks in the road, big rocks are in the road, and you can't go over them. So at some point you're going to have to either reverse and find an alternate route or route, however you say it, or you're going to get out and clear the road, because he could have been saying, well, you know what? I don't want anyone to run over this by accident without seeing them. And he gets out of his car to clear away the big rocks that this one here put there. And lo and behold, he was unalived. And lo and behold, the courts in Barbados and the jury, how many of them? 10 or 12? 12 of them? Or however, 10 women, 2 men. 10 women, 2 men. Now, I don't know. I've always said I didn't understand the justice system in Barbados. I really don't. But whatever a person would have gotten for murder, in cases like this, when Kason Kemar Edwards, when he blocked the road with big rocks, the same weight you would put on someone who actually knew someone and waited on them and unalived them, he should have that same weight within the time he spends at the hotel there in St. Philip. You need to fix your laws, because for Edwards to do something like that, the roads are frequented by people who look like him, Barbadians. They're his brothers, his sisters, his aunties, his uncles. Okay? They're people who talk like him, who have the same nuances as he does. He actually did it to himself. He doesn't know it yet, but he did it. What he did to husbands, he did to himself. A part of him is gone too. Okay? It's gone. So for him to do that, and then you lessen the charge, you need to look at your laws, or or give the same amount of time for the manslaughter, the guilty manslaughter charge, sentence. You need to give that person the same amount of time behind bars to contemplate, to reflect, to do introspectives, daily introspectives, to ask himself, why did I unalive a part of myself? Why did I unalive a part of myself? Why do I not allow people to traverse the roads as they should without standing there with a big weapon to unalive them? Why? Why? And then you give it a lesser sentence. What? It didn't say here that he dropped down on the ground pleading. I don't see I didn't see nothing like that when I was reading through this. And the thing about it is he was on the lam for 2 years before the police figured out it was him. It wasn't as though he said, you know what? I can't sleep at night. I'm tortured. You know how sometimes you do something and you're just like, you can't even sleep. You can't sleep. You're tormented. I don't see no torment. 2 years later, the police made a breakthrough and they formally charged him with unaliving Jason husbands. He didn't go and say, you know what? I can't sleep at night. I cannot sleep at night. Take me. Put the bracelets on. Put them on. Yeah, I did it. It wasn't anything like that. It was not anything like that. Had the Barbados police service not gotten a tip, because he probably was in some rum shop and talk his own. That's what you do. They talk out their own business. They talk out their own names. Had they not gotten the tip, because they don't investigate. It's not as though they were investigating for 2 years. It won't happen. It does not happen. You don't investigate 2 years down the road. It has to be something that falls into their lap. Oh, yeah, he was out there talking. He had a few drinks. He was sweet. And he was talking. And you remember that guy 2 years ago, Jason's husband, when the big rocks were in the road? Yeah, he was talking about that. So he may not have been tormented in his bed, but the spirits in the bottle may have had him talking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your laws, you need to do something about your justice system. Okay, you need to do something about your justice system. There's something off with it. There's something really, really off. Big rocks in the road, and someone going home from doing a job is made unalive, and you don't think that was premeditated. You think he didn't plan that? So because it was an eeny, meeny, miny, mo kind of situation, it's like, okay, he didn't know who it was, so just give him a break. Let's give him a break. Who gave Jason a break? How did Jason get a break in this particular scenario? Okay, someone had to bury him. Okay, someone had to, pay the funeral. Sure, Veronica.